Hi there, this is Alvin, and welcome to the Kickstart Commerce podcast, where we share search marketing and domain investing strategies to help grow your business. In today's episode, our guest is none other than Riz Memon, a United Arab Emirates-based domain investor and serial entrepreneur, having founded Empire Names, a company dedicated to facilitating the buying and selling of one and two word domain names. Today, Riz and I discuss how he purchased a travel-related domain for $2,500 and sold it for $15,000 in less than 6 months during a pandemic. Imagine that. We also take a peek at a few of Riz's latest domain sales, as well as Riz also shares about his latest .co buying spree and investing strategy behind such an investment. And last but not least, I uncover all the details of Riz's latest venture, catchservice.com, a global platform empowering procurement of expiring or expired domains in a highly competitive domain buying landscape. So with that, Riz, welcome back and thank you for making time to join us today.
Thanks for inviting me back again, Alvin. And actually, you know what? July was very good month for me.
Oh, really?
In sense of actually sales as well and acquisitions as well. My June was, I can say that it was low. June was little bit low, but July first 10-15 days was like I was so much down in the starting of July. Like, what's going on with me? Like, something is going with me or something is going with market. What's going on? So you know what? I started selling my domains to resellers.
Oh, really?
A lot. Yeah, I have sold around $12,000 domains to resellers in July starting, because I was not getting the end user interest a lot, so I decided to go on the liquid mode. And when I did 12,000 sales in July beginning, so then I got SmartFlex end user sale, and then I got Super Travel end user sale in the end. And then I was thinking, why did I sold that domains to resellers?
So it's interesting. Now, for those of you that are listeners and you've not heard, Riz actually has a previous show that was talking about his LinkedIn strategy of how he uses LinkedIn for buying and selling of domains. So I encourage you to go back and listen to that. Now, as we fast forward to today, from a couple of months ago, obviously Riz just mentioned that he purchased Super Travel, and so we're going to kind of dive into the details and the backstory of how in the world he managed to sell a domain that he purchased for $2,500 for $15,000 in a down market. So Riz, I mean, what's the story, man?
Actually, story was I was in Dubai at that time, and I purchased two names together.
Mm-hmm.
One was fashion outlet and one was Super Travel. One fashion outlet I bought from the dollar store owner. I forgot his name. He was the original registrant of the name fashion outlet.
Oh, really?
And original registrant, yeah. And this one, Super Travel registrant, was also original registrant, and she was running Super Travel business. So when I contacted her, she told me that she is not interested, but she might sell if I offer something to her. So I offered her like 1,500 actually. 1,000 or I think 1,500, I don't remember. But she replied me right away that she can do 2,500. So I was like thrilled, really. So,
Well, hey, so Riz, so why is that? Because I mean, like at the time of this recording, we're in a pandemic. And so it seems to me that purchasing a travel related name does not make sense.
It was not proper pandemic at that time. It was just
okay.
beginning. And I was thinking, and everyone else was thinking like it's just belongs to China or it's just going in and will go out. So I was just taking that point, and I was discussing with, I asked her that, all right, I'm agreed to buy. So she was so scared to sell me because I agreed right away on 2,500. So she sent me agreement, Alvin, and asked me to sign it give her my ID copy, my details, my passport copy, and everything. Can you believe it?
Wow.
So then I went to the hotel lobby. I was in this travel. I was staying in the hotel with my wife. Actually, that time was around the New Year time. So I went there. I gave them to print out, and then I scanned and sent her back. She was very humble person. She offered me also the logo she made for Super Travel. She said if I want it free of cost, I can have, but I said no. I'm going to resell it, so I don't want it. So after that, when I came to Pakistan, and I think on February, so this pandemic thing came, like started, boom. Like
Right.
it was like strangely, like I was like amazed that what I have done. I bought Super Travel, and this is what happened. Travel is, uh, okay. I have done Super Travel, and the travel is done. So you understand. I was like, I lose the money, and few days like 1 month back, I was sitting with my brothers. So I was telling that I bought supertravel.com, but I think this domain is now worthless. So you know what my brother said, Wakas? He said that, do you think this domain is really worthless? I said yes, because travel is already down and down and down. He said, all right, no problem. Give me in $5,000. Now I was like, what? He said, just give me for $5,000. Take the money, leave it. If you are tense about this domain, give it to me. I said no. I think I should hold on. So after a few days, I received the offer of $1,000, and I counted them $20,000. So I checked. Actually, that was the Lotus Group,
Okay.
and I checked their project of dialaflight.com. They are running, and they are doing very well. All right. So I counted 20,000. So he counted right away 10,000. So then I saw this jump from 1 to 10,000. So then I decided to left him message that you can buy .org from me, supertravel.org for 2,000.
Hmm.
Said no, we are not interested in .org. I said it's okay, but this is you're offering very low, and I can't go that down. All right. So he came after 3 days, and he said, can you make a between like can you make a split like in between of our prices? So I said $15,000, valid for 24 hours. If you will not buy, I will change the price to 29,995. So he said, why you will change the price to 29,000? Then I said, like, because I'm raising right now the funds. If I got any sale, I will cancel the sale. I will cancel this deal. All right. And that moment, he's pressed accept the offer, and he accepted offer, and he sent the money through wire to 10.
Wow. Wow. So Riz, let me ask you this. So is that a common strategy that you use often in terms of owning like the .net or the .org of the .com that you own? And if somebody comes to present you an offer for your .com, you actually offer
Yeah,
the .org?
yeah. Actually, few days back, Go to UBL came to me and asked me for ubl.com, and of course I'm not gonna sell that for low price. ubl.com is the best asset of my whole inventory. So
And
I
that's
offered him.
UBL. So the three-letter .com UBL.
Yes.
Okay.
So I told him that it's not in your range. So then he asked me that why are you asking you for ubl.com that much price? Are you crazy? I said I'm not crazy.
So wait, so what was the
I'm
price again?
uh, it was mid six figure. But yeah, but you know what? Actually, you know what? The problem is about if UBL is the name which I feel proud to have it. because there's some reason. If you will Google, you will see it. All right. So now I offered him ubl.net for $20,000, but he refused, and he said like I didn't know that this industry is so insane. He left. so this kind of things happen. So I always try to have always.net.org if I get cheaper.
Right.
Like I have cars.com, CARZ, cars. So a few days back I saw on Name Bros, one guy was selling cars.us, so I bought it. Yeah.
Interesting. So then what happens when you sell the .com? Do you still hold on to the .net and .org or .us domains?
No, actually I offer them free of cost.
Oh, so you include them as a package.
Yeah, exactly. I offer them free of cost. So because it doesn't make sense to keep it with me for more money, because I think they deserve it.
Right.
This is what my belief is. Many will not disagree. Many will disagree with this, but this is what my belief is, that they are paying good money for the .com. So if you can provide them .net, .org or whatever, you can.
Right.
If I will be selling the ubl.com, of course I will give them ubl.net free.
Right. Yeah, because it's a bit. You're basically offering them a bit of brand protection.
Yeah, of course. Whatever I can. Like, I'm not saying that always I will, because I'm not able to secure every .net, .org. But if I secure, then I give it.
That is awesome. And it's an interesting strategy, because obviously if they can't, or they're not the best use case or the highest use case customer for that given .com, then obviously they can purchase the alternative extensions, and you will have made at least a little bit of money, and then should or when the right .com.
Yeah, actually, let me tell you one very interesting story. I just remember now. 2.5 months ago, I was negotiating with one buyer of biomagnetismo.com. Okay, and biomagnetismo is a term. So I sold it for $11,000. He started with $1,000. But when I countered him $20,000, he was like, "What are you talking about?" And blind, different kind of stories, Then you know what he said? That I will pay you $12,000. All right, I'll pay you $12,000. If you will not sell me, I will buy .net, which is listed for $1,200, $1,500.
Wait, what?
Yeah. People, look at this one. This is where I learned something, that whenever buyer come to buy from you the .com, it doesn't mean that they will buy .com only. They can go for another options as well. There are chances. We have to understand that. He paid for the biomagnetismo.com for $11,000. I bought for around $170.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what was the hold time on it?
And holding time was around maybe like 20-25 days.
Man, that is nice. That is a nice flip.
Yeah.
That is a nice flip. Now, I want to go back to something there, because like you said, you typically use the .org, .net, some of the legacy extensions. Now, do you find yourself ever purchasing like new domain extensions as well that are matching? So would you do something like cars.online?
Like, no. Actually, I go for the famous extensions.
Okay.
Like, suppose if I have a SmartFlex, okay? So if I will see smartflex.net or .org, I will take it if they are coming in the expired price or like cheap price, And if I see like .io or .co, if I am getting .co for $1 promo, I take it no matter what.
Ah, okay. Now, interesting. Speaking of smartflex.com, like that's a domain that you recently sold after holding it a year, right?
Not year, maybe, yeah, 8, 9 months, I think. 10 months, I think. I don't
Gotcha.
remember.
So not quite a year, but almost a year. But you purchased it, I believe, for like 1,000, and then it was sold through Afternic, I think, for the triple, actually quadruple eight, so $8,888. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? SmartFlex, it was a really interesting purchase. I emailed the seller. He was original registrant also. So I offered him, and he was not selling the domain actually.
Really?
So yeah, and I offered him just $500, and he didn't listed the domain anywhere in the market,
Hmm.
anywhere, right? So he replied from nowhere. He replied 1,000. I said like what? Okay.
So
Then I
what went through
sent
your
him.
mind when you saw that he basically responded with $1,000? Like, what's that mindset
No,
for
no.
you?
Actually, you know what, Alvin? No, 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 no. I have a team for this. I have a team for this, and they find out all the businesses which are not working actually, but they have the domains. I have 7 people in my group, okay, and they keep giving me the names that this in this name owner is not using this domain, but he is not. It is not listed anywhere. So I have list of every day like 100 or 200 names. So we send them emails, cold emails, that are you interested to buy? So sale. If they respond, then we go further like this. So like we do like this. So that's what the thing is.
Wow.
Smartflex owner replied 1,000. I said okay. And he accepted PayPal. He said okay, PayPal, and he took my PayPal, and then he gave me the money, and then I started little bit like cold emails. Then I got a reply from Hungary, I think. They had smartflex.hu or something, I don't remember. They called me, and then we spoke in the WhatsApp as well. They offered me within a month when I bought this domain. They offered me $6,000. I rejected. I countered 20,000. Then they disappeared, and now I got bin of 8,888. You know what? Many would say that I undersold this domain. I believe the ROI is so better, so good. So I think it's okay.
So that's interesting. So, like, what goes, I guess, through the mind of Riz Memon in terms of matching phrases of going smart flex? That is actually a great domain that I think that, I can command a mid to high 4-figure, maybe even 5-figure value for this given domain.
I think many guys, many domainers said that this was the domain that could fetch around 20 to 25,000 dollars. But I always take the like. I don't know if you know what. This domain sold for 8,888, but I never set my price like 8,888. Actually, 8,888 was my reserve on Afternic, so it was negotiated with the broker. I didn't set the price of this domain was 8,888. No, the price was around, I think, 15,000, I think, or 20,000, or reserve I set 8,888, and I don't remember when I did it. Maybe the broker engaged with the customer and clicked bill. That's it.
Interesting. So that's a great insight, Riz, that you put in, because essentially what Riz is speaking about is using the Afternet network and being able to set yes, you can set a buy it now price, yes, you can set a negotiation price, but the importance of setting that floor price, which is the lowest price that you're willing to go. And so at some point, Riz set that to the 4.8s, and I guess, like Riz said or alluded to, the GoDaddy rep or broker then probably saw Riz's domain, reached out to a couple folks and negotiated down. Either they negotiated down to that floor or up to that floor, and then they were able to sell it.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was doing the paid ads for the SmartFlex also. You know that. on LinkedIn, I was targeting the companies which was involved in, mattress companies. Do you know mattress companies?
Ma-
And
why?
mattress,
Why?
because Smart Flex was a good fit for the mattress companies
Huh.
and exercise companies and finance companies
Well,
as
see, I
well.
was about to say, I that's what I originally thought. I was like, it had to be an exercise company or
Yeah, yeah,
a company that
exercise company.
specialized in exercise.
But eventually, the purchase of domain was from funding website,
Wait, what?
finance finance company.
No.
They are finance company.
Oh my good. No way.
Yeah, yeah,
That is crazy. So a finance company is using SmartFlex, likely meaning that they have flexible financing options.
yeah. Maybe like yeah. Of course, it fits with that. And I was I saw letters that I whom I was targeting. It is my hobby to check which industry I was targeting for this domain. So I checked, then I saw that wow, I was targeting finance company. Why?
Exactly.
So
Ex-
I'm always checking different strategies. I always doing this kind of stuff. For super
right.
travel, I was targeting, of course, only travel companies. So maybe the owner of the dialaflight.com saw the name on LinkedIn paid ads and he reached to buy. So this is
Interesting.
what I have done. Yeah.
Now, Riz, I was looking through a couple of your sales. I saw you did detoxclinics.com. You purchased it for $120. You sold it for 1,700 on dan.com. I saw Home Media, so HOMEDIA.com. You purchased for $375. You sold it for $2,900. Now, these last two, though, really kind of mess with my mind a little bit. The first one being kcf.net. And at first, my mind read it as kfc.net. And I was like,
Yes.
Riz is out here selling chicken domains to people, and it's not even a .com, it's a .net. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that says kcf.net,
Oh,
which
yes.
even perplexed me more because I was like, it's a .net. I don't know what KCF means. And you purchased it for $399 only to flip it 1 month later for almost 5,000. So I mean, like, tell us a little bit about that
Okay, that was
KFC.net
really
or
funny
KCF.
story. Really funny story. Okay, KCF.net auction was going on Name Pros. I just came through it and I was like, wow, what a name. Because F is equal to finance, funds, and a lot of like foundations, federations, a lot of things there. So I liked the name and I said sold at bin. So I purchased it and I thought to do a little bit outbound on this one, but not like emails. I did in mails of LinkedIn in mails, and I didn't get any response in the beginning. So
Hmm.
then I decided to let it go to NameJet. All right, I was taking chance. So I set the reserve of 499 on NameJet. So I was thinking like if the reserve will meet, maybe two bidders will take it to 700, 800. So that will go. All right. So one bidder came till on NameJet. He did bid till $450. Can you believe it?
Wow.
On NameJet, he did the bid till $450 and reserve was 495. It
Hmm.
didn't go to 495 and he left the domain and the domain was not sold. After 2 or 3 days, my wife whispered me when I was sleeping, like KCF sold. I said, like, I was like, what? I was sleeping at that time. So I came to know that he was the one of the company which I contacted through LinkedIn in mail. So
Ah,
I was lucky that on that time the guy he didn't picked up from NameJet. So this is
Interesting.
the story of KCF.net. Oh, HO Media was a very interesting story also. Actually, I have a lot of things. So HO Media, I bought for $350 through Dan.com. All right. Uh, Dan.com. Yes.
And then you
Dan.com.
sold it on Dan.com, right?
Yeah, I bought a lot of names from Dan, actually. Yeah. The cars.com I got from Dan. The seller of the cars.com was running a website, but he listed the name in the Dan.com, nothing elsewhere, not elsewhere. He didn't list it in After an IC, yeah, but he listed in GoDaddy for around $75,000 or $100,000. I don't remember. But on Dan, I offered him, and then we negotiated, and I got the name. So now back to the HO Media. So I offered HO Media Honor like $200, and he replied me $500, and I took the name in $375, and then he told me why he gave me the domain for $375, because before me some Chinese buyers offered him 1,800, 700 sometimes, and they didn't pay it, and he was like fed up of the fake offers.
Right.
So and he thought that my offer is also fake. So he accepted, and I paid for it. And I would like to thanks to Basit. You know Abdul Basit, right?
Right.
I
Abdul Basit. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to thanks to Abdul Basit on this specific name, because when I was buying this name, I asked him, and he said that it's a perfect purchase if you get in the $375. So I I bought it. All right. So
Wow. Wow.
so I bought it, and I gave this name to my brother Faizan. So I said that take this name, and this is good name and good investment. All right. After a few months, I have got $1,000 from the same person who offered the last guy $1,000, same Chinese. And I said, you didn't pay to the last owner. Now this domain is belong to me. So I counted him around, I think 6,000 or 7,000, I don't remember. He disappeared. Then now somebody came from Germany, and he offered me around 1,500 or 1,800. Then I negotiated from 5,000 to 2,900. So my brother said, reinvest the money if you sell it. So I sold it,
Hmm.
and reinvested money to protectors.com.
That is nice. Now you had one more sell, Awsun, so AWESUN.com. Now this one, Riz, I mean, this is hands down. I'm just literally baffled on this one that it was a $25 purchase and 4-day hold that you sold for 4,000. Now, I literally just kind of threw up both my hands. I was like, I quit domain investing. I was like, I don't know what Riz is doing, but whatever it is, to buy domain for $25, 4 days hold, you flip it for 4,000. I was like, I just need to quit everything. So tell us a little bit about that story.
Awesome.com was a very interesting purchase, actually. I was discussing, I emailed the owner, all right, and she had 3 domains about travel, all right. And one was luxurydestination.com, one was travelux.com,
Mm-hmm.
one was awesome.com, all right. So when I offered her $100 each, interesting story. You will listen to this, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I offered her that $100 each domain. She said, no, I will start auction from $20, all right? And
Hmm.
I will see where it goes. And she started the auctions. And I did the bid of 25, and I got awesome.com and travelux.com. But luxurydestination.com I missed because I was busy somewhere. So I was not able to bid on that one. Otherwise, I would have that also. But what happened? when I acquired Awesome.com, I just contacted the one guy, like I don't remember now who was that. Uh, I don't know. But I contacted them through Facebook. All right, and that was a Chinese company, and it was a very strong company, very strong, because that company was using Awesome in branding, but using another domain name. You understand?
Really?
Yeah, the company was using in their device Awesome.com, but they had awray.com, AWERAY. They were using AWERAY.com, but the brand of them was AWESUN.com. They had
Okay.
they had 20,000 active subscribers every month,
Wow.
right? So I understood that this is gonna be hit. Okay, so I contacted them. Same day, next day, very next day, I got call from China that my client is interested in this domain. So he offered me $1,000. I said no, actually I cannot leave this domain under 7,000. And I selected bin 10,000, but I said that I can do 7,000 if you want it. Then after 2 days, maybe 3 days, he called me back. He said, please consider the 3,000. I said, if you will pay today, I'll do 4,000. If you will pay today. If not, then it's again 7,000. You understand what I mean? He agreed to pay through Den, and he paid me, and bingo, party.
That's interesting. So then, Riz, how often do you find that strategy works in terms of if you tell someone basically to split the difference of, hey, if you do this now, you can get it at this price versus if you don't, then it's going to go up, at least 40,
This
50%.
is very strange, It has happened a lot of time with me on homelab.com negotiation I was selling. I sold it for 20,000. I remember actually. Yes, 20,000. So I told him the same thing, fellowlabs.com. I told him, if you will buy right now for 20,000, I will give it. Otherwise, tomorrow the price will be 40,000. You understand? So, so he paid. You know what, Alvin? He paid within minutes. So I believe this strategy works sometime, but for me, most of the time. Good. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just dumbfounded at a $25 purchase, and you wound up really not with one domain but two. And like I said, in a matter of 4 days time, you flipped it, and you moved on. And these are the things that domainers dream of doing.
And you know what? How I use this money? How I used Awesome money? I bought ekta.com. EKTA. It's mean in Indian language. It's mean unity.
Unity. Wow.
Yeah, unity. Ekta.com. EKTA. So I just upgraded my purchase from, like, so it is same thing like I bought Ekta for $25. It's for me. It's like now.
Now, kind of transitioning, Riz. Now, you've also, you kind of hinted at that you've gone on a bit of a dot investing strategy. So, I mean, kind of share with us kind of what's going on in this space.
Actually, I've never been in the .co except $1 promo. All right.
And why is that?
Yeah, actually, last year when I did 3,000 registrations of $1, and I bought 3,000 domains. I raised 3,000 domains of $1 promo, and I got a lot of sales like 500, 800, 1,000. So I have made a good money in that.
Wait, 3,000 names, Riz? How do you come up with 3,000 names?
3,000 names. I like normal, like how do we search on expired domains and everywhere, and use the bulk search, and I registered around 3,000 domains in 3 days, right?
Wow.
I sold I sold within 6 months around $9,000 already.
So you recoup your investment then?
Sorry?
I said you recouped your investment. So the 3,000,
Of
because you
course,
basically
no.
paid
With the profit, 3,000 was my investment.
right.
So I got around 9,000 within 6 months. So after that also I sold a lot. I forgot actually. So I have got a lot of sales like 300, 400, 300, 500, 600. So but I was not going to buy .co one word, but
Okay.
I was going through. Then recently I saw some sales like Mike Men tweeted
Mm-hmm.
about dance.co. He sold. And one more name I saw Josh Reason tweeted. That was one word. Circa, I think CIRCA .co for 22 or $28,000. Then my signals started finding .co one words. You know.
Interesting. And so most of those were probably 2-word, maybe 3-word.
Oh, that was a $1 promo. In $1 promo, that was a 2 word. But when I saw the Josh tweeted last month about circa.co,
Uh-huh.
and when Mike Man tweeted about dance.co,
Right.
$58,000, then my signals open for one word.co premium domain. All right.
Ah, gotcha.
Then I asked my team to attack. You understand? So we have succeed actually. We succeed. We got electric.co, we got magazine.co, we got europe.co, we got korea.co, courier.co, magazine.co, spice.co, and tell.co.
Man,
They
you
are
just
all
all code up.
yeah, one word. We took very good selection of .co and hoping to have some positive results.
Are you typically, I guess, you're mostly .com, but I mean, do you get into CCTLD investing much?
No, never. This I'm telling you, na, that premium domains I never do another extension except .net, .org, .io. I was in .io a lot. Still I am in, but I don't go a lot until I see the thing which is very good, like something like electric.co was exceptional case. Nobody can say no to this domain. So these kind of domains I go, if I find, then I go for this kind of names in cctls, but it is very 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 rare. In .net I have only socialmedia.net, all right, and condition.net. So in .org I have only celeb.org. So I'm very reserved on these other extensions.
That makes sense. And, because like you said, I mean, I think I've heard you say it before, you only invest in what you know, and you try to stay well within that lane.
Of course, if I don't understand what is it, I don't. Electric.co was the main reason. You know what is the reason? Because all over the world, whatever the companies are of electric, they write down like electric company. So it's a perfect hack. Electric.co company. So this is the main reason. Courier magazine, and I don't have to tell about these keywords, like they are big keywords.
Right.
So that's why I went to them. So this is the thing. Yeah.
Right. Now, are you bothered necessarily by, the renewal cost on .co domains or not really?
Yeah, I am aware of actually whatever domains I buy for $1, I don't renew them. Never. No. Big no.
No matter what.
No matter what, but I did renewed one. Oh, very interesting story. All right. When I was doing handrest last year, when I was doing handrest last year, 3,000 domains, I handrest one name n95.co. So I just renewed that domain, number one.
Interesting.
And yeah, and number two, I just got offer on Cedo for one .co, which was just expired 5 days ago on Epic. All right. But when I saw the offer on Cedo of 1,500, I renewed it and I accepted that offer, and the buyer disappeared. So I just lose $20 again. So it is not like I'm registering like without seeing them. Of course, I did the Google, and I saw this N95, and it was just $1. So I just picked up the bet,
Right.
So it is like this, in .co $1 you can't look for like advertisement.co. In $1 you can't get after.co, you can't get fashion.co. Of course, you have you need to be lenient.
Right. And that definitely helps you, make the educated decision, and it's just not it's not so-called just sitting down and just gambling away and going, well, I'm just going to take 5,000 and throw it over here and see what happens.
And I never put my penny out of research without research. No.
That's the quick way of losing it all.
No, actually, you know what? It's not about the $1 or it's not about $10. Yes, in $1 I'm lenient. This is what I can say. I'm lenient in $1 because it's just $1. But at least I do research. What is it actually?
Mm-hmm. And your upside is pretty considerably great. It's not like because if you think about your strategy for a moment and say you only do that when you have a promo code to do it, because outside of that, if you tried that without the promo code, I mean, that's expensive.
Impossible. I would never reg any 2 words .co for normal season. I just only reg in July, for $1. Right. That's it.
Right. Interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how I'm certainly going to be paying attention and out with pen and paper to see how this your .co buying strategy, like I said, I already know it's going to be quite successful. It's just a matter of how successful, will it be?
Actually, I have a lot of friends. Okay, they did as well. All right, and they also succeed. They sold a lot. So .co is performing well. If the price of promo is here, it is successful. Gotcha. No doubt it is successful, for sure.
Now, do you see yourself getting into, because right now it seems like there is a frenzy on .vc names. Do you see yourself getting involved in that?
No. I don't go for trends, I don't go for trends. No. Big no. I saw the trend of .gg, .im as well, but no, big no. Then look, Alvin, I told you that I don't invest if I don't understand.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Many guys told me that why don't you invest in crypto? So I told them that the thing which is not in my control, how can I invest in that?
Right. That's a great point.
Crypto, you can't control crypto, Alvin. Not you, not anyone. All right? They are the big boys who are controlling crypto. So if you have no control on the thing, how can you invest in that? On domains, you have a control.
Yep.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah. Yeah, you have a control of what you buy, what you sell it at, what you buy it at, what you sell it at.
Exactly. So, and you have your research, how many end users are there.
Right.
A lot of things, and also you have option of development there.
Right.
So the invest on something like where you believe. If the Bitcoin is right now 10,000, I think I just saw day before yesterday. So it was 10,200. So if it is tomorrow 5,000, what you will do? You can't do anything.
You'll lose your shirt.
Look, Alvin, domain history is very long. Like it's 28 years old history. We have never seen bloodbath in domain. All right, but we have seen bloodbath in crypto. You agree with me?
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
Interesting. Now, speaking of, like, you just recently, amongst buying and selling domains amongst
Hmm.
the .co buying spree and investing strategy. You also recently just had a new venture, right? That
Yep,
you
yep.
released.
Yeah, it's a cat service.
Catchservice.com, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So before you tell me
Eh,
about the service, like how did you get that name? That's the one question that's been on my mind. I'm like, where did Riz get catchservice.com from?
Okay. Actually, you know what happened? It's a funny thing. I was catching domains for myself, all right, and I do catch. Whenever I entered in any business, I would like to dig more and more and more. This is my passion. In Himalayan salt, we did same. In garments, we did same. So this is my hobby. If I entered in any business, I like to dig more.
Right.
Like I would like to find what is inside. All right. So I was doing catching the names, and when I started checking on name pros and I was offering in name pros, so I saw the very good response. All right. When I put the domain there, they are sold within minutes. So then I said, like, why don't I start this service? I catch the name and I give the names to the buyers and domainers, and then I started finding out the different domains for my catching service. All right. So my first option was dropcatching.com. It was for sale, drop catching. All right. So it was for sale for $2,900. I was ready to pay, but I took some time when I went to buy dropcatching.com. I was taking time just because of I was afraid of drop catch because it could give me a trademark issue. But when I went to see, it was sold already. Then I started digging again, finding out the name, and I saw one guy picked up catchservice.com from closeout. So I saw he was asking, I think 400 or 500. I offered him $279. He sold to me. So this is what the story of buying the name of cat service.
You got a steal of a deal on that name.
Yeah, exactly. It's exact match domain. Cat service is the exact match, actually, in my opinion.
Right.
I like this name as an exact match. So then I started development of this domain. You know what, Alvin? Saying that I will do development, saying is very easy. It's easy to say, I will develop.
Right.
All right. But when you do it, trust me, man, it's a pain. I'm telling you, it's a big pain. I'm on here, else I could say something else. You know, it's
No,
pain.
I get it.
So
I get it.
I hired a developer to make it on Laravel language, like
Mm-hmm.
Lar, I don't remember what is it.
Yeah,
So he
Larfell.
did very well. All right, he made it very well. It was working, and I saw, like, right now we have around 489 users for
Really?
back. Yeah, and it grows very fast, very fast. Then I saw that people liking my selection of domains. I was back ordering myself, all right, and after I catch them, I was selling to the buyers, all right.
Right.
But in that, I was getting one issue that some names I was selling and some names was the leftover to me. So leftover was going up and up and up. All right. So then I stopped and I created one more idea that I should announce daily gems. Daily gems means every day, whatever domains are dropping, we will be listing the best domain of them from the pending deal list to there, so the user can go to the mycatchservice.com, and they don't have to go through 100,000 names. They can just select the names from the good names, just one or two or three, whatever they want to order. So they don't have to go through all the names.
Right.
That job is already being done by us. You understand what I mean?
Right. And so
as
they don't
soon
have
as
to
i
really do
started
any
this
work.
as soon as I started this daily gems, I have got my back orders are doubled now.
Really?
Yeah.
And so how much does it cost so if I want to go to catchservice.com and set up an account, like how much is it cost? Is it like a monthly fee or is it a per
No,
domain
no,
fee?
it's just if you sign up for that, you will back order with us, all right? And if we catch the domain, then we send you the invoice to pay, and then we deliver your domain.
Ah, okay. Okay. And then I guess if they don't pay, then what happens? I guess you keep the domain
Then
and
I'll keep it. Then I'll keep it, Alvin.
gotcha, but it's already a name that you would have considered anyway, essentially.
Uh, Let me tell you about this one. This one, in catch service, we do not accept any user. We verify the user, who is it, then we do.
And how do you verify the user?
Through NamePros, we ask them to provide the NamePros ID, or we find out through the email who is he, what is he doing, where is he. Then we approve the account. Our team now able to verify through email as well. So it's not a problem. The domain industry is very small.
Right.
So it's not difficult to find out who is the person. If we find anyone is anonymous, if it's unknown, we don't approve the account. If the person is a well-known in industry, they will never do this. And till today, it never happened. We got around 4,000, 5,000 domains, and this never happened.
So catchservice.com really is a place where folks that, because the expired or expiring domain market is highly competitive. So this is a service that folks can actually use to be able to get those highly competitive, or at least take a shot at getting those highly competitive domains.
Of course, actually, this is actually ideal for them as well, who do not have time to go through 100,000 names are dropped every day, .coms.
Right.
They do not have time to go through everybody. Somebody's doing job, somebody is busy in something, so they don't have to go through that. They just can go to the catch service. They can find out the gems, like dropping gems today, and they can they can just click the button and the order is placed. So
now can people list domains there?
No.
So no listing.
No listing. Yeah, we have one more feature is coming up. All right. It's a private auction, all right? And I know as well, in NameJet and Snap Names, some people forget to do the back orders. You know that, right?
Right.
And that domains go into the private auctions, all right? In case you missed the domain, you missed the back order to domain snap.com. Just suppose, all right? Snap.com, you missed to back order, and now it is in the back order NameJet private auction. You can't bid on it. You know that.
Right.
So in private auctions, we will show you all the domains which are in the private auction of NameJet and Snap Names. You can place your bid that this price you would like to pay for that domain, and we will do the bidding on your base because you missed to enter the domain auction. So we will do it for you. We are going to announce this next month.
Okay, nice. That'll be a great addition, Riz.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people miss to do the back order of the domain because they don't see it. Maybe they are busy somewhere. Maybe they're like, you understand what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because if they didn't get that back order in, now they can't participate in that auction. But with you all being able to show or reveal that, they kind of get a second chance. So it's almost like if they missed it the first way in, then hopefully by using Catch Service, they can actually get involved.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be bidding on their behalf, and we will be charging them 10% of the total price. This idea came because I have seen a lot of guys saying that, we missed this domain because we were not in the auction. It was private auction. So they missed to bid. You understand what I mean?
Right.
This is where the idea created. Let's see if it's success or not.
Okay. So then you've got an interesting system that seems just to keep building up on itself and offering different windows of opportunity for purchasing various domain names.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I like it, and I'm trying to give the services which are not available to different portals. I'm
Right,
trying to do that. The
right.
services which are not available anywhere else. So let's see where it goes. But I'm putting my all efforts to make it succeed. And I believe it is, like I have got 600 users in just 3 months, maybe. So I think it's going up, and it's really going up now.
Interesting. So what now? Let's talk about a little bit just about the quality or what types of domains. So I'm assuming obviously you probably have .com in there. Now, do you have any other extensions?
Yeah, .net, .org as well we are doing.
And those are I guess those are only three.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay. And then do
Nothing
you
else.
foresee adding other like possibly
No, actually,
CCTLDs?
the reason behind this is catchit.com. It's launched recently, catched.com. They are doing a lot of extensions. So they are already doing very good. So I don't think so I have to give I think these three extensions are more than enough.
I was just sitting here looking at the site. I mean, it looks it's easy in terms of just on the eye when you land there. I mean, it's pretty simple in terms of getting started, and look like the sign up is there. Great description is there. Great 4-step process of how it works. You got FAQ sections, so I mean, you're off to the races, man. You're off to this next journey in terms of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, actually, we are also, my brother and me. We were together on my brother house, and we have decided to start also the brandable marketplace.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, but with the different market strategy, not the marketing like Squad Help or Brand Bucket. Our strategy will be totally different, or
Okay.
it will be based on totally LinkedIn marketing, and we think that we will achieve the best results in the marketplace, where we will be going through this by next month or like 2 months. We are working on it, that which domain we have to choose for the marketplace. We have spoke with the developer as well and everything. So let's see.
Riz, I can tell you that that'll be a phenomenal tool and phenomenal service to have in terms of if you were able to build a venture that focuses on being able to buy and sell domains, using LinkedIn or even advertising them.
Yeah, actually, we will be doing the marketplace like Brand Bucket, like people can submit the domains, all right,
Correct.
and we will be listing them. But not only listing them, we will be doing marketing on LinkedIn, in which we have good team for
Right.
marketing on LinkedIn. So we will be using that marketing strategy as well, plus on Twitter. All right. So I think we will have a good results, because as long right till yet, I have sold very good prices a lot of domains, and I've experienced a lot. So I think we can do very well if we do the marketplace. So we will going to take chance on this.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, then wrapping up here. So, Riz, one of the questions that I know that many listeners likely want to know, just what your wisdom, what your thought process is, and that question is this: like, what would be your advice to domain investors with the desire to move from 3 and 4 figure sales into 5 and 6 figure sales? Like, where should they start?
Actually, you know what, Alvin? If I will tell my own strategy, I would say that I always, like in last interview I told that don't go into the auctions, all right. But
Right.
I realized after that I have got a lot of messages, and people says that we can't find it. Without auctions we can't find the names. We are trying. If in fact some guys send me the message, they said that they sent around 500 emails and they didn't get respond.
Wow.
So so I would say that yes, auction is, of course, it's going very high right now, but still I am getting the private deals, very good deals. I'm still getting the deals. But what you can do is do research. All right, if you are going into the auction, don't come in aggression. If you want to buy in auction, you can buy, but don't get yourself in aggression. Be
Yeah.
calm. Always be calm. All right, and try to see the range of the name, like how many end users and how much wide the name is. Do not buy the domain for one end user or two end user. Always see how much broad appeal the name have. You understand what I mean?
Right.
I bought on namejet auction. All right, let's quit.com. All right, let's quit. So I paid just $170. I have got the offer of last month around 3,500. I rejected because I know what is Let's Quit. Let's Quit is not about only smoking. It's about rehab. It's about alcohol. So
Right.
it's a wide range, So always go to the name which have a wide variety, and do not get in aggression, because in aggression you will be overpaying for the name, and you will you will need a lot of time to make the sales.
Right.
So try to buy the names in under the market price. Try to buy the name under the market price. Write it down.
Right. Right. Now, do you recommend, in terms of, you hear sometimes in terms of the wisdom and knowledge extended to new domain investors or domain investors in general, is, hey, save up $1,000, $1,500, and then try to go out and find a domain that's at that value point, and then that's kind of what gets you into 4 and 5 figure domains? Or do you just recommend starting the slower process of purchasing, $50, $75 domains, kind of flip
Let
those?
me yeah. Let me tell you about this one. Like, suppose one guy have about 50 domains of brand bucket. What Just take example, okay? 50 domains of brand bucket he got. All right, and he got one sale of $2,000 or $3,000 from brand bucket, suppose. Then what he can do is he can go into the aftermarket, but please do not get in aggression. You have money, so you have to spend all. No, just relax, okay? Calm down, keep calm. And it's my favorite domain is keepcalm.com. Andrew Rosner have it. So yeah, I miss this. I miss this domain actually. I was negotiating a lot. And you bought it. Anyway, congrats to you. But you know what? Don't get in aggression when you are buying the in the auction. So you go there, you buy different domains like in 100, 200, 300 range. All right, and price them accordingly. But if you are getting, you know what, Alvin, it depends as well. Sometimes you are seeing that one domain worth in the market is 5,000. If you are getting in 1,000, 1,500, you can go all in. All right, but
Right.
but if you are getting the domain value in market price is 5,000 and you are paying 8,000, that doesn't make sense. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So I always go for best and best deal. You understand?
Right.
Like, just take an example of little bit. All right, I bought nine piece of .co right now. Right, I got offer of double price from one domainer very next day.
Hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Right.
Whatever I invested in these 9 names, I got a double price offer from other domainer.
For all 9 names or just one?
A lot, as a lot.
Okay. Yeah. As a lot. Right.
Yeah, as a lot, 9 names. So he offered me double price of what I paid. So this is what I call domaining.
Right.
This is
Interesting.
what real domain art is. Buy under the price of market. In the market price, 4-year-old children can go and buy.
Right. Right.
You
Because I
understand?
think I think one of the struggles, though, for most domain investors is that, for some of them, they think, or rather the thought process is that to the high four and into the 5-figure range, like they have to be willing to spend like $500, but then wait a period of time. Or, you know, if they spend at the $100 level, then it's going to take them at least 3 years to wait for that given domain to appreciate in value. Is that true or is that false?
Yeah, it's true actually. And some domainers do this mistake, but a lot of domainers do this mistake. Suppose, let me tell you one thing, that if I buy the one name $500 right now, okay, suppose right now in auction, and I have set the bin of, they do what they do, they set the bin of $30,000, $40,000, despite knowing what are the other competitors they have for that name. They don't see the competitors. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Second thing, first thing, try to learn that always see the competitor of the name you are having. Always see the competitor. Competitor means neighbor, you know?
Right.
Like
right.
Similar domains. And if there are similar domains, in what price they are available? They are the neighbors. You understand what I mean?
Right.
They are competitors. First of all, look at them. Second thing is, if you will be listing for $25,000, you will not get the sale for next 10 years. Instead of that, just price it like in a reasonable amount, like 3,000, 5,000, whatever you like.
Right. Yeah. If they knock the zero off that 25,000
with a decent ROI, and then reinvest the money in the premium name, buy the $5,000 name, $5,000 name, and then list that name for 20,000, 25,000, whatever you want. You understand what I want?
Right.
But if you will be thinking that I will be hand-raised name today for $8 and will be setting the bin of $50,000, I've seen that guys also. They raise the name, they hand-raise the name, and they set the price of $50,000.
Well, surely that works.
No, they don't. It doesn't work. It's impossible. It's an idiot. What can I say? I should not say. No, it's a time wastage. You are very old in this industry since, like, I'm already in this industry since 2 years. You are very old in this industry, and you know that it's not possible.
Exactly. It's not possible.
If I'm trying to tell them this thing on Name Pros or on LinkedIn to them, they become an enemy of me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is what the thing which I want everyone to understand, that price your domain wisely. Do not go rough and tough. You know that. If you are buying some domain for like $100 and then setting the price of $50,000, it doesn't make sense for me.
Well, that, and then in most cases, I'm like, you're hurting yourself in more ways than one. You're hurting yourself at the point of, one, you're pricing, you're setting an unrealistic price. That's number one.
But if the name is very good,
right?
Suppose you got the deal, all right. Now let's take the example of suppose Rose.com, ROZE.com. I bought it for $2,600 3 months ago. It's unbelievable price. I got this name, all right. Rose.com I bought for $2,600. I'm 100% sure that reseller can pay $10,000 right now.
Right.
I know that. I have a lot of offers of 10,000. But it depends, like what kind of name you snapped and what is the value of domain. You understand? It's a CVCV, plus it sounds like Rose, plus it's in some language it really means rose, you know. So I can ask 50,000 for that, but it doesn't mean that you will buy any domain for 2,500 and will be asking for 50,000. You will get it. No, the value is in the domain.
Definitely. And so, to add to that, it's that, setting it at that price hurts yourself. But then number two is that in some cases I've seen this work out to where somebody hand registers, makes that hand register, and they actually help their competition sell their domains because the competition has realistic pricing.
No, actually, they are. Let me tell you one story. Actually, one guy came to me and said that I want to sell you a very big domain, huge domain. I said, no. I said, like, let me call my bank and let me check if I have the funds, enough funds. All right. Then he told me that I am selling you ban, B-A-N, ban, gambling.org.
Uh-huh.
Bangambling.org. He registered day before yesterday. And I said, really, it's a premium name. He said, like, biggest family who is destroyed because of gambling, they will buy this domain from you. So I will give you in $100,000. So you can sell this in $2 million.
Riz, what did you tell him?
I said, like, what can I say, Alvin? Now, let me tell you.
You're out of your mind.
Now I saw that guy on Name Pros. He's selling the same name for $200. You see what I mean?
But wanted you to pay $100,000 for it.
100,000 it's a reseller price. You mean it's a reseller price. You can sell it for 2 million, 2.5 million, whatever. And he gave me link of the guy who destroyed in gambling. And he was from the royal family. So he said that he's the guy, he will buy this domain.
But Riz, Common Sense says, why would the guy come to you when he could actually go directly to that guy and make the pitch?
Yeah, that's what what can I say? A lot of, like, what can I, and if we try to teach them, they start fighting with you.
Right.
They start fighting with you. So just I ignore now. I started ignoring them because I'm tired now. But if anyone understand what I'm saying, then I keep telling them the different things. But if anyone is start fighting, I just quit. I say, okay, you are a hero, and I'm done with it. And some guys claim on LinkedIn and Name Pros that Riz succeed because he have a lot of funds. Can you believe it, Alvin?
Right.
Yeah, I have a lot of funds. That's why I'm succeed. I bought a domains. My purchase price I disclose to you. Do you think I am overpaying for the domains?
No, and so I mean, in certain cases, you're certainly well under the market value, even at wholesale pricing.
Yeah. So what they believe that I have a lot of money. That's why I'm succeed. Let me tell all of them through your channel that I have now zero money invested in domains. Of course, whatever I have invested, I got back. And now, whatever I have invested, it's my profit. My ubl.com, my rose.com, my fibu.com, my bobu.com, my big names like smokefree.com, fashionoutlet.com, it's all profit. They think that I have...
And that's the way it should be.
I'm telling everyone that in this domain industry, you can make $100,000 or $200,000 in no time if you are sincere with this industry. Trust me, you can make it. Period. Yeah. You can make it and make it and make it. That's it.
And that is it. And so, Riz, man, we are out of time, but man, what a joy it is to have had you back on the show. So, Riz, thank you again for joining us today and sharing your entrepreneurial journey and domain investing experience with us.
Thank you so much, and I hope to get in touch with you very soon also.
thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Kickstart Commerce, where we share search marketing and domain name strategies to help grow your business. Please subscribe to this podcast via iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or Podbean. And last but not least, please visit Kickstart Commerce to subscribe to the newsletter sharing tips and tricks about the disciplines of digital strategy. Thanks, and that's all for now.